I'm Joe Cardinale, and welcome to this episode of the American Dream TV. We're going to be checking out Albany Med's Children's Hospital and doing some interviews down there. And then later on, we're going to be doing a fundraiser, Trunk or Treat, with Howard Hanna to raise money for the Children's Hospital and all the great services they offer. Let's go check it out. I'm at the Children's Hospital at Albany Med, and if you could just tell us a little bit about the hospital and yourself.
Sure. I'm Barbara Ostrov. I'm the Chair of Pediatrics and the Chief of Service of the Bernard and Millie Duker Children's Hospital here at Albany Med. I'm a physician. I practice pediatric rheumatology, take care of kids with arthritis and autoimmune diseases, and work together with over 150 different doctors and surgeons who take care of kids with all sorts of medical conditions. The Children's Hospital is right within Albany Medical Center. We're mostly sitting on the east side of the building, so if you come over to Albany Med and you come in on the east side, you go up and down the hallways and you'll see the Children's Hospital spaces. And I think you can see this great room we're in. This is a family room. It feels like we're in an Adirondack cabin. Sometimes it even smells like pine cones in here. So.
And this is somewhere where they can go and get away from that stress of having their child
be sick in the hospital. Absolutely. Does not feel like you're in a hospital in here. But we are serve 25 counties and 40,000 square miles, Northeast New York, Southern Vermont, and Western Massachusetts. We are the only resource for sick and injured children in our catchment area. There's a lot of care that we provide in the Children's Hospital that is free care, that insurance doesn't pay for. But we need to provide that care to give the best opportunity for kids to heal, both physically and emotionally, and to have great outcomes. Some of the things that we were discussing before include, for instance, in children with diabetes, the specialist who's a dietitian who can help them learn how to control their diet, take their insulin, that is not paid for in the hospital. And so to have the capability to pay for those individuals to come in and do that care to improve outcomes of children with diabetes as one example. The other thing we talked about was a specialist that is called a child life professional. Many people have not heard of a child life professional, but these are individuals who have a college degree, maybe in child development or psychology or education, who work in the hospital with children at their developmental stage, helping them understand what's going on with them. Why are they sick? Why are they going to have surgery? Why might, if they have to get chemotherapy, why might they get a surgical port placed in for chemotherapy? They are doing play therapy, and there's research data that shows that children who work with child life specialists have lower levels of pain, their recovery is faster, their outcomes are better. And we have actually 7 child life specialists scattered throughout the Children's Hospital. In fact, our child life specialist in the Melody Center for Pediatric Cancer and Blood Disorders was the National Child Life Specialist of the Year in 2025, which was an amazing recognition. And so many of those services are not paid for by insurance.
And that's where the donations
and that is where the donation, absolutely, yep, absolutely.
Thank you. Jess, you were here 15 years ago, and can you tell me what a difference the hospital made to you then, and how it projects and what you see what it is now and how that makes a difference?
Yeah, when I was here 15 years ago with my twins, they came 10 weeks early, and from the beginning I knew that this was the place they needed to be, and they got the best care that they could have gotten, and they're 15 and they're bigger than me and they're healthy now, but it was a very different experience from when I came back and visited recently, and I could see now the families have a space in the NICU where the parents can be more involved, and it was really hard back then when my kids were here and I had to leave and I couldn't be involved and had limited time just because there wasn't the room in the space for parents in a busy NICU. And so now when I come back here, I can see that, you know, the kids are still getting the same care, but the parents can be more involved, and I think it's helpful for the children and also for the families, and to help with the healing during a really hard time.
What do you feel about the impression you get when you walk into this hospital now as opposed to when you were here in the past?
Now when I walk in here, it doesn't feel like you're walking into a hospital. Let me get teary, but it's like when you, sorry, but like when you walk into here, you feel like you're in a different place and you don't feel all the stress of the things like walking in and seeing the river walks and all the greenery and the Adirondacks. You feel like you're in a comforting place. And so when you're in there, it's not as scary. It's not, you know, it's not as overwhelming with that, but when you walk in there, you have that sense of calm and that things are gonna be okay. And then when you come into an area like this, a playroom where kids can be kids, like that's a lot. I mean, because they're still the same, it's still the best place to get patient care, but now it's more personalized care. And that, you know, gives a lot more comfort and safety and hope, I think, in the healing.
As a mom, how do you feel knowing this children's hospital is right here? What difference does that make to you?
Oh, I think it makes a huge difference. I have 4 kids, and you know, just knowing that if something were to happen, that they were going to get the best care here. And I've had so many friends and family members throughout the years who've been here, and I've just seen how many lives have been touched just by this hospital. And we're really blessed as a community to have it, and that's why I think it's so important to keep giving back to it.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching this episode of American Dream TV. I'm Joe Cardinale and had a great time showing you the Albany Medical Center's Children's Hospital and the trunk or treat we put on, and see you at our next episode.